Hello everyone and Assalamu alaikum to my Muslim brothers. As Ramadan begins, you may wonder, how should you train in the gym? Will you lose all your progress? Will you lose all your gains? Should you stop training at the first place? Well, don't worry. In today's video, we're going to talk about everything you need to know in order to train properly during this month of Ramadan. So, without wasting any time, let's get started. Number one question you will have to ask yourself is, what time should you train? And there are three main times you could train during the day. We'll go through all of them and I will give you my favorite one. So the first one is training right after the Fajr. When you wake up, you eat good meal at suhoor and then you pray Fajr, and right after that you go out and you go to the gym and you go train. You will be able to train hard since you had your meal just a few minutes before. You'll be full in carbs, protein, and you'll be hydrated. So the training will be really good and you will be able to push yourself really hard in the gym. But there's a catch. After the end of the training, you can't eat and you can drink. So the rest of the day will be kind of hard to continue fasting, even though you have to do it. And for building muscle, it's better to have a post-workout meal. And since you can't have one here, you may lose some of the gains and you may finish your day really tired. So this is the first option. Option number two is training right after the iftar. When you break your fast, you eat something high in carbs and proteins, but you don't eat too much so you don't stuff your stomach. And right after that, you go and do your session. But there's one problem. Your session can't be really long since you have to go pray Isha and Tarawih right after that. So you won't really be able to train that much. And there's also another alternative to this, is training after Tarawih. It's a good idea if you don't have to work tomorrow or if you don't have to go to school. But if you have any of those, you can't really train after Tarawih since you will finish really late and it will ruin your sleep, and sleeping is a big part of building muscles. So the last one and my favorite one, and with the one that helped me throughout all the previous Ramadans, and I'm sure that will help me this Ramadan too, is training 1 hour before Futur. So you will be able to train for like 45 minutes or 1 hour before Futur. You train really hard and you push yourself really hard. It will be exhausting, you will be thirsty, it will be hard. But there is two good things about this. First of all is, when you train in those conditions, you burn a lot of fat, which is good. And the second good thing is, as soon as you finish, you go take your shower, and iftar is in only 10 or 20 minutes. So you can wait, read some Quran maybe, or do some dua before iftar. And once you eat, you will have a good meal full of protein and carbs, which will help you recover after the gym. So pick your school, pick which one you really enjoy, try them out. If you never trained during Ramadan, try them out. I highly recommend you doing the last one, which is 1 hour before Futur, since I believe it's the best for your body and your muscle gain. Question number two, during Ramadan, should I bulk or should I cut? And if I'm on a bulk, should I continue or should I stop? And if I'm on a cut, should I continue or should I stop? Same thing. So for this question, bulk or cut, there isn't really a right or wrong answer, since it's everyone's preferences. But I will give you my opinion. In my opinion, during Ramadan is the best time to be cutting, whether you were on a maintenance before, on a bulk, or you even started cutting right before. So for me, I was on a bulk, and for this month of Ramadan, I'm going to take a 1 month cut pause and then get back to my bulk. Why? Because there's two main reasons for this. Number one is, well, obviously during Ramadan you won't be eating for 12, 14 hours of a day. So when you eat, it's easy to eat in calorie deficit, since when you eat, you won't really be able to eat that much unless you eat five meals during the hours you are allowed to eat. I don't think this is optimal for your health. Well, you do what you do. So, what I was saying, yeah, it's easier to be on a calorie deficit in Ramadan because, like I said, for most of the day you won't be able to eat. And for your first meal of the day, you won't really be able to eat a lot of calories since you will be full quickly. And number two is more spiritual and religious reason, since we know that the month of Ramadan is not just a month where we stop eating. It's a month where we get back to Allah and we try our best to restrain ourselves from all the pleasure of this dunya. And one of the pleasure is eating too much. And if you're a Muslim, you may know this. Eating too much is a sin. And during Ramadan, it's better to avoid sinning at all costs. And if you're on a bulk, you will have to eat and make your stomach really full, which is by itself a big sin in Islam. I won't really recommend doing this. So yeah, for this, I really recommend during this month, take a break from bulking, go on a cut. You will see really great results since fasting really helps uh, burning fat. And even when you're going to eat, try to eat high protein meals and you won't be able to eat a lot of calories. So you'll be on calorie deficit pretty much easily. And that's it for should you cut or bulk. The decision is yours, but I highly recommend you going on a cut. And last question is, how should I train during this month? Well, how should you train? First of all, it's depending what hour of the day you choose to train, as we talked in the beginning of the video. And second of all, it depends on your level. If you're someone but been in a gym for a long time, then you can train hard, even fasted. But if you're just getting started in the gym, then training hard may be a little bit difficult. What I recommend during this month is, in order to get the most benefits, and what I personally do is I only train one main muscle groups a day, plus biceps or triceps or calves, depending on what muscle. So for example, I will have a chest day, chest and tricep day, back and biceps, shoulders and all arms day, and leg day. Why is this? Because for example, the push-pull legs is a really effective training plan, but it has one problem. It takes a lot of energy, which when you're fasted, you don't have a lot of. So when you only train chest, when you only focus on chest, you won't use as much energy as if you train chest and shoulders in the same day. So this is what I recommend you. Keep the same intensity of training, keep the same weights. If you struggle with it, then go a little bit less, either on the reps or on the weights, but keep the same intensity of training so your body keeps building more and more muscles. But what you can do is change your training split. That's it. One muscle group, you do your training 45 minutes, no more. It's more than enough. Well, if you go with someone, then you have to take breaks and wait in between sets. It will be a little bit longer, but a rule of thumb, 45 minutes is the sweet spot. Is the sweet spot. 3 or 4 exercises for each muscle, and that's it. If you follow these 3 advices, 3 steps, if you go on a cut and train right before iftar and do the split that I just told you, you will build an incredible physique during a short amount of time. Plus, don't forget, Ramadan is a Mubarak month, and God will help you during this month, whether be it workout, whether be it studies, whether be it business. So, aside of this video subject, I wish you all a good Ramadan, and may Allah accept your fast and bless you and guide you through the right path during this month. Ramadan Mubarak, and as always, stay strong.